Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a little escape. We're going to the beach together. We're going to create a beautiful look with a bronzer that has over 20,000 5-star reviews. Are you ready? Let's get this beauty started. Before we get into the video, I want to do a bunch of call outs for this beautiful bronzer from Physicians Formula. This is the over 20,000 5-star reviews. It is buttery soft. It is so gorgeous. And I thought for mature skin, they sent this to me in the summer and I've been using it since. And I was like, I've got to do a beautiful summertime because it's fall, winter. We want to escape. I know you're going to want to escape. So this is going to be a great video. But when you put this on, if you touch this product, ladies, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like it is buttery soft. It melts into the skin. I mean, it looks so beautiful. You're not going to be afraid to use a bronzer when you have a bronzer that's so lightweight, so silky, so buttery. It's really beautiful. So here are some of the call outs that I think are really important for you to know. It's hypoallergenic, paraben-free, gluten-free, cruelty-free, oil-free, that's a big one. Everybody loves them when it's oil-free, non-comiogenic, and dermatologist approved. So they're telling you that this is an ultra-rich bronzer formula, instantly melts into the skin, which is so true. Sealing in moisture to deliver instant and lasting hydration. It is one of the best bronzers that I've used from the drugstore. Incredibly creamy and soft texture. So this is why I really think it's great for mature skin because it is creamy. It's not dry. It doesn't sit on the skin. You can see how beautiful. And I mixed it in with their blush. So you're going to love this. And then it has essential fatty acids, provitamins that soften, condition, and moisturize the skin, leaving it silky soft. So true. So this is going to be such a great addition to your makeup kit. I'm going to get into the tutorial now. All right, so we're going to go in with our Physicians Formula Butter Bronzers, over 20,000 5-star reviews. And I got to tell you, it is totally true. It is the softest butter bronzer that I've ever tried before. Melts into the skin, $15.99, Ulta. You can get it at the drugstore, you can get it on Amazon. I mean, it's readily available. And I thought it was perfect for the fall, winter of doing this kind of look. I'm gonna try to pull off the sunburn blush look. I saw it all over TikTok during the summer and I thought, you know what, this is a great time. You're gonna have those days where you're like, it's so cold, I want an escape, I need to take a vacation, I need to just kind of like mentally get into a beauty groove or make a look that I really feel like I'm on a tropical vacation. So that's what I do. We did this a lot in 2020. Took you on a lot of vacations when it came to makeup. So I'm wearing this beautiful top. It's called Santorini. And, of course, I love it because I'm Greek. And I spent a lot of time on the islands and I lived in Athens when I was modeling. And that was in the 90s. It's very different now. But I'm going to use a little vitamin E on my lips first to hydrate. And then let's go into just a simple moisturizer, Embryolisse. This is a French little moisturizer, makeup primer. You can use it as a mask. And I just sometimes really like that escape. I like doing makeup and feeling like I'm going somewhere, like I'm going to an island. I'm going somewhere else. You can go back to my videos in 2020 and see we went to Napa, we went to St. Bart's. I took you everywhere. I was ready to go. So this is going to be interesting, very simple look. So I want to just kind of like figure out, like, how am I going to create this look with less product and not trying to pile everything on? We're going to do eye primer. First step, I want to neutralize out my eyes. But the really cool thing is that I'm going to use this bronzer and the blush mixed together to create an eyeshadow. I want the look to come together. I want it to be like simple, effortless. You know, when you think about that sunburn look, I mean, granted, I think that everybody's like, oh no, sunburn's so bad. This is without the sun. We're just creating that mood, that feel. I mean, think about it when you were a child and you had, that extra sun-kissed. You got off the beach and the next day you're like, oh, and it brings back a lot of memories, right? It's not bad. This is what we used to do. This is the 70s, 80s. We used to have a little sun kiss. We used to have like, wow, we spent all this time in the ocean and the beach and we happened to get a little bit more sun. Okay. It's not such a bad thing. It has good memories tied to it. So what I'm going to do now is like, I neutralized out. I'll do the bronzer blush afterwards. And like, let's just kind of get the skin looking like we need it to be. So I'm going to go in with my Just Peachy color corrector. It's a medium to full coverage. So I could, get a lot of use out of this. I mean, I could spot treat, the darkness and what have you, trying to do less, not to wear a foundation. So I'm going to just swipe this on. Very light. It's very silky, so it's not adding a lot of weight. So I'm going to go right underneath my eyes. And I'm going to use a little no redness. This is a minty green. It's going to cancel out that red. It doesn't have to be precise. I just need to really neutralize out before I try to do maybe just a tiny bit of tinted moisturizer or a BB cream just over the skin to kind of make it all come together. I'm going to use my BB cream in light and fair. I'm just going to mix a tiny bit, like really a tiny bit this time. One little squirt of each, and then I mix them together. I don't want to have too much. This is fair and light together, like just a tiny bit. I'm going to use my buffing brush. I'm going to use my foundation buffing brush and just buff it on to my skin. Just get everything nice and toned. So now we have the face toned, right? All one even color, looks really beautiful. And we're going to now go into the bronzers, these butter bronzers. I have light bronzer and then I have bronzer. So I'm going to just take the light bronzer. I don't want to go too heavy. And I'm going to take my angled blush brush. I'm going to dip into this and I'm going to just tap off because I don't want too much. And I want to create this just really beautiful, like look at that. Just so pretty. Now, again, if you feel that you get too much on, don't worry. You can just wipe off or go in with your powder brush that's going to be more dense. There's nothing on it and you can work this into the skin. So you want it to look like it's one skin, which it does. It's this really beautiful, lightweight, melty texture into the skin. And then I'm going to do it on this side. The same thing with the bronzer. And then I'm going to work it in also with the powder brush. So it's really melted in. I don't want to see anything that looks like I really applied it right there. You can just go light first, a nice wash of color, see where you are, see where you're at when it comes to the bronzer. Go on the top of the forehead where the sun hits you, come down around. So it's a backwards 3, giving that nice jawline. Same on this side, you can do the same thing, coming around, just really giving that shadowing, that just real definition, that really like nice sun-kissed look when it comes to the bronzer. Now, when it comes to doing the blush, this is the fun part. So I'm going to just take the rosy first because the spicy or the saucy mauve is a little bit darker. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to just squeeze my brush a little bit. So I pick up the powder. I don't want too much. And then I'm going to go on the high points of my cheeks like this. I'm going to go across my nose and come over here. You can start seeing it coming together over your nose. So this is like that sunburn look, right? Right on the top here. Now, this is not something that I do. I'm like, I haven't done this before, but I was like, when I was testing it out, I was like, you know what? This is exactly what happens when you have that little bit of sun, like that extra on your nose. So I thought it was really kind of interesting and it was fun and it was really bringing memories back. So you can take your powder brush, you can put a little translucent powder or nothing on it and blend it so it doesn't look like you happen to put blush right on the bridge of your nose. So you can work it in, you can go back and you can say, okay, I need a little bit more. I kind of like that. Maybe more right here in my cheekbone area, here higher, a little bit lower. Again, this is really, really silky and soft. That is the key. So if you're using a formula that's going to be too heavy, it's going to look like that. So now what I can do is I can just take the bronzer. I'm going to take the darker color of the bronzer and I'm going to mix it in with my powder brush also, and a little bit of the spicy, I keep wanting to say spicy mauve. It's saucy mauve. And then I'm going to make my eyeshadow. So I'm going to just dust over my eye like that. Like it was just literally a combo between the bronzer and the saucy mauve together, creating a beautiful, like just look together. I didn't have that much on, doesn't matter where it goes. I just want it to be like matching the whole kind of like vibe that we were creating. So now we have the eyes done, the little blush, a little bit of the sun-kissed, sunburnt nose. It didn't go too much because I thought, you know what, I might get myself into trouble if I like try to create too much of this like sunburn look. I just wanted to be just a hint on my nose there. And I'm going to just give myself just simple mascara. I just wanted a little coat of mascara, not too much, just to kind of bring the eyes out. Then this is a really interesting combo for my lips. I'm going to use Cameo on my lips. I'm going to line them, but I'm going to fill them in also. So I'm really using just my lip liner as my lipstick. Cameo is on the entire lip. And then I'm going to take my really, really fun Chanel. It's a gold. Look at how pretty. So you're kind of like still in that kind of beachy vibe. It is not really gold. It comes out very sheer. And I'm going to just take it over my lipstick. Can't really even tell, but you get that golden, like I'm in the bronzy family. I'm like really just like soaking it up and really enjoying that it is fall, it is winter, giving myself a little bit more of this kind of vacation mode, using a buttery bronzer that's affordable, just really kind of just getting in the mood and the mode of just like being free and being like, you know, not so stressed and just kind of like relaxing and doing that literally with 2 products, a butter bronzer and a butter blush. So ladies, until my next video, I'll see you later.